What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again, and I know you guys are out there making New Year's resolutions. Now, I know in the past, most of your New Year's resolutions probably haven't worked out, haven't stuck. People ask me about this all the time, and for me, there are 3 steps that I use to keep my New Year's resolutions, and I think they'll work for you too. Step 1, take baby steps. You didn't get wherever you are overnight. Your situation didn't get bad overnight. It didn't get good overnight. Whatever you're going through in your life, whatever you want to improve on, the situation did not happen overnight, so you're not going to fix it overnight. You got to actually dig in and say, what can I fix? What can I improve upon? A lot of people decide they want to lose weight and they say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the next 6 months. But did you gain 50 pounds in 6 months? Probably not. So the chances of you losing 50 pounds in 6 months are really low. It's not to say that it won't happen, but you have to understand that it's not a high likelihood, and that's generally not how you go about it, because that's not how you went about gaining the weight. No, you gain the weight by taking baby steps. You started eating a little bit more, right? You started exercising a little bit less, right? Living a different lifestyle, and that's how you gain the weight. Well, that's the same approach you have to take to losing the weight. You have to start taking those baby steps, those lifestyle changes that will make you meet your ultimate goal. You can't just be so worried about looking on the scale every time you get on there like, oh man, I ain't lose no weight, man, because that's going to make you give up. You got to think to yourself, okay, how do I take these baby steps? How do I keep on doing things that are going to actually make me better, actually make me stronger, actually make me get where I want to go? Just little things that I can do each and every day. If you got debt, you might have a mountain of debt where you owe $300,000-$400,000. Yes, people owe that much. A lot of people do. You might have a mountain of debt like that. Well, you didn't get that mountain of debt overnight. You didn't get $300,000-$400,000 worth of debt in a 12-month period. So don't think that you're going to just totally clear it in a 12-month period. You got to take baby steps. What did you do to gain all of that debt? Probably started buying stuff every time you got a paycheck, right? Probably started signing your name on pieces of paper saying, hey, I'm going to pay this off, I'm going to pay that off. You start doing that over and over and over again till you got this big mountain of debt. Well, that's how you got to think about it when you say, I'm going to clear this debt. Okay, I used to buy something every pay period that I couldn't really afford. So now I'm going to save a little bit more every pay period. I'm going to say, instead of buying this, I'm going to go ahead and save me a couple dollars in my bank account. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just a little bit so that you can start paying down your debt. You might say, I'm going to get a new stream of income. I used to, just blow my money and not work. Now I'm going to say, let me get a new stream of income. Let me see if I can start bringing some more money in so I can start chipping away at this debt. But it's got to be something that you do, taking little pieces off, and you got to take little steps and decide to make it something you do over the long term and not something you say, I give myself 12 months to turn my life around. Your life didn't get the way it is in 12 months. It's probably not going to get way better in 12 months. So you got to understand it's baby steps, believe in yourself, build confidence from achieving those things that you actually can achieve. And that's going to keep you on your New Year's resolution. And it's going to make you keep getting better and doing more rather than just giving up and shrinking and saying forget it. Step 2 is add, don't subtract. Now, most people have a New Year's resolution and they say, I'm about to quit smoking. I'm about to stop eating all this junk food. I'm about to stop spending my money on stupid stuff. Wasting money every day. I'm tired of that. I'm going to get all these negative people out of my life. Well, the problem that you generally run into is every time you try to take certain things out of your life, you end up leaving a hole. You end up leaving a gap there. You end up leaving a blank space that causes you to want to go back to what you used to do. So, for instance, say you say, I'm going to stop spending my money on stupid stuff all the time. Well, now you don't have anything to spend your money on because that's what you spend your money on, right? You're like, man, I was buying all this stuff that wasn't productive and was causing me to lose money, causing me to waste money. But now I don't really do anything with my money. That was kind of something that I did. So instead of saying, I'm going to stop spending my money on stupid stuff, start saying, here's what I'm going to spend my money on. Here's what I'm going to use to gain more money. Okay, now I'm going to give myself a project, something that I'm using to build my wealth. Now you don't have the extra money to spend on stupid stuff because you're using it to build your wealth. You say, I'm going to get negative people out of my life, but those are your friends. Those are your family members. Those are the people that you actually hang out with. Instead of saying, I'm going to get negative people out of my life, say, I'm going to bring positive people into my life. Once you start bringing positive people into your life, you don't have as much time to spend with negative people. So they ultimately just leave your life. They stop being a part of it because you don't have time for them. So now you don't miss them because they've been replaced with something. It's like if you drink soda all day and you say, well, I'm going to stop drinking all this soda. You're going to miss it. You're going to be like, I ain't getting soda anymore. Instead of saying that, why don't you say I'm going to drink a gallon of water? Because when you drink that gallon of water, guess what? You're drinking a gallon of water, you're probably not going to be able to drink a soda now. Your stomach's going to be full. Your bladder's going to be full. By the time you get through that gallon of water, you pretty much drink every liquid you're going to drink during the day. And even if you don't get that gallon of water every single time, it's taking away the opportunity for you to be able to drink the soda that you know is bad for you, the stuff that you know you don't like. When you add something to your life, it takes space out of your life for the negative things or the bad things that you don't want in it. So instead of saying, I'm going to stop doing this or I'm going to stay away from that, instead say, I'm going to go to something positive. I'm going to bring something positive into my life. Now you don't have an empty space. You actually have filled space with positivity where negativity can't dwell. Number 3, and this may be the most important one, forgive yourself. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. If you say you're not going to eat candy anymore, you're probably going to eat some at some point. If you say that you're going to exercise every day, you're probably going to miss a day. If you say you're going to totally get out of debt by working harder, working more hours, or saving money, you're probably going to miss a week or two and you're not going to save. These things are going to happen. But guess what? They happened on the way to wherever you are now. If you eat a hamburger every single day and you're trying to stop yourself, okay, you're going to probably eat a hamburger again. If you say, I'm not eating hamburgers anymore, you're probably going to mess up a couple days and eat hamburgers. But guess what? You didn't start out eating a hamburger every day. You worked your way up to eating a hamburger every day. And you missed some days. But you didn't go, you know what? I've been eating a hamburger every day for the last 3 months. I missed a day, so I guess I'll never eat a hamburger again. Oh man, I messed up. I guess hamburgers are over for me. You didn't do that. So if you stop eating hamburgers and you mess up one day and eat a hamburger, that doesn't mean you have to go back to that lifestyle. You didn't do that on the negative side, so don't do it on the positive side. You got to forgive yourself and stop beating yourself up whenever you make a mistake, because every habit that you created, every negative habit you created was something that you did day by day and you missed days. You made, I guess you would say, mistakes because you missed days, right, on your way to that negative habit. So you're going to miss days on the way to the positive habit. You're going to miss days on the way to working out every day. You're going to miss days on the way to eating right. You're going to miss days on the way to treating people better. You're going to miss days on the way to making new friends, on the way to having a better positive self-image. You're going to miss days. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall off. But don't take it personally. Don't feel bad about yourself. Forgive yourself and say, wait a minute, this is part of the process. I know I got to the point where I gained 200 pounds. So, and I missed days as far as getting to that 200 pounds. I didn't eat bad every day. I didn't not work out every day. Some days I got up and walked around. Some days I tried, but I still got to that 200 pounds. So guess what? You can lose it the same way. The same way that you were able to miss some days and then get back on track in terms of making your situation negative is the same way you can do that in a positive way. You might miss a day or two, but just keep going. Make it the same way. Start thinking of it as just a habit. That's what your life is. Just a collection of habits. Things you do every day because you do them. Now, once you start doing them with a purpose, don't get to the point where you say, because this has purpose and I didn't do it, it's over. I give up. I messed up. I'm just going to beat myself up. Nah, you say, okay, it has purpose. I know what I'm doing, but I'm going to treat it the same way as I did all of those negative habits. And when I missed a day, I got right back on it and did it double time next, right? If you missed a day eating a hamburger, you went and ate 2 hamburgers the next day. It wasn't even something you thought about. It was just something you did. So now, if you miss a day working out, say, okay, I'm going to work out the next 2 days even harder. That's how you change yourself. That's how you change your situation. And that's how you keep that New Year's resolution. Don't let yourself get down by beating up on yourself. Forgive yourself. Now, a New Year's resolution is really just a starting point. It's just something for you to say, hey, a new year has happened, and this is where I'm going to start on some of the things that I'm trying to do. That's it. It's not something that has to be from January 1st all the way to December 31st. I got to be solid and do it 100%, and my whole life has to change. It doesn't have to be like that. All it is basically saying, here's where I'm starting. This is when the idea comes into my head. This is when I start this process. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you have to stay on it every second of the day. All you're doing is saying, how do I change my life? And even if you don't accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish in that New Year's resolution, even if you don't do everything you wanted to do, if you say, I want to drink a gallon of water every day for the rest of my life, and you only got to the point where you drink 2 cups, well, guess what? That's 2 more cups than you would have been drinking. If you wanted to pay off all your debt, and it was $350,000 worth of debt, and you only ended up paying off $2,500, guess what? That's $2,500 more than you would have paid off. You have to start understanding that success is just doing better than you did yesterday. So if you got a New Year's resolution, you get a little bit of it done, you improve yourself in any way, shape, or form, it was a success. Think about that when you make this New Year's resolution, and I promise you next year you won't be as depressed or feel as upset about yourself, and don't let other people define your success. If you see yourself better than you were yesterday, you succeeded, and don't let anybody tell you different. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you want to support the book, go to thechazzellisproject.com and check that out. Also, you can get it by joining me on patreon.com. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Peace.